Hi, Congressman Massey here. I thought you'd like to know about the fake fight that's going on in the House of Representatives.
So we need to have a talk about the people that infect the Conservative Party. Yes, infected. So there's the rhinos. Most people have heard of them. Rhino stands for Republican in name only. These are such low character people that they literally are liberals and they run on Republican tickets. We true conservatives have known about these people for a long time. It's very easy to spot them because they will vote against everything conservative practically. And then they will claim on the news, we're just reaching across the aisle. Well, they reach across the aisle so much that they might as well be in that damn party, okay? That's how much they reach across the aisle. So we figured them out a while ago. It's your McCain, it was your Paul Ryan, let's see, Adam Kinzinger out of Illinois, Cheney. Okay, and Trump has compared Massey to Cheney. So he's comparing him to a rhino. What I would say is that Massey and Rand Paul, they're harder to call out because they will vote along conservative lines and they'll claim that they're more an independent conservative kind of bullshit thing. But what they do is for the most important votes, they hold them up. So it stalls everything. It's what's caused this weakness in the Conservative Party overall, okay? And then what they like to do is they have a bunch of liberals that support them, like Whitney Webb, the Channel Redacted, which is the former Clayton Morris, who is carrying on about, oh, you have these because they're all up in arms now, all over, I guess, X. He has all these people trying to say that Trump is wrong about Massey. Oh, no, he's not. He's not. These people, they're disruptors. That's what they are. It's hard to really call them rhinos, but you could. It's harder to call them that because you can't show the voting record. But what you can show is that it's those people, Massey and Rand Paul, that will stand on their soapbox of morals and values for why that they're not voting for something. And what they do is they hurt the entire country while they claim that, like at the times that they decide to stand on their moral high box, like, moral, oh, we're standing on moral values bullshit, it happens to be when Trump is literally saying, you need to vote for this. They do this all the time. So these, you could look at them as Cuckservatives, really, is what you could look at them as. And Trump was calling Massey out back in 2020. Yeah, I mean, you can see right here, he said, workers and small business need money now in order to survive. A virus wasn't their fault. It is hell dealing with the Dems. Had to give up some stupid things in order to get the bigger picture done. 90% great, win back the House, but throw Massey out of the Republican Party. And I did a video yesterday explaining there's a whole group of people, and they're liberals. So the Liberal Party is burning down. I mean, it's really just destroyed. It's burning down to death. So the liberals, and Whitney Webb's, just listen to her. She's liberal, okay? And what they want to do too is they want to cut defense spending, okay? That's not a good idea, okay? We do need to have some defense. But, Whitney Webb is, lives in Chile and wants to call out America and our endless wars. Yeah, well, you know what? You live in Chile, so, right here. But these people are the problem with the Conservative Party. It's why the Conservative Party is constantly in disarray. It's either because of people like McCain, Paul Ryan, Adam Kinzinger, or Cheney, those are your rhinos, and then you have your Masseys and your Rand Paul, and it's harder to call those two out. But what Whitney Webb, Redacted, Ian Carroll, there's a whole bunch of liberals out there that do this, okay, is that they will protect people like Massey because they know that Massey is really in the tank for the liberals. Again, because it goes back to the Palestinian cause, and they're about hating Israel. So, of course, Rand Paul came to his Cuckservative friend's defense, Massey, okay? And, Rand Paul, but his father, Ron Paul, and his name really is Randy, by the way, Randy Paul. But anyway, But his father, Ron Paul, has an institute, the Ron Paul Institute. See, I hate these things because really they're just think tanks to get everybody to think the same. But if you really want to know what they're all about, you just got to look at their academic board or their board in general. So let's look at the board. So some people probably know who this is. Yes, Dennis Kucinich, a U.S. representative from Ohio. From 97 to 2013, he was also a candidate for the Democratic nomination for President of the United States in 2004 and 2008. And then what do you know? Oh, Thomas Massey. And then people probably know who this is. Yeah, it's not Eddie Munster, but it's Judge. Sorry, it's Judge Andrew Napolitano from Fox. Then, yeah, there's Representative Representative John Duncan Jr. Can I talk? No, I can't. So he's out of Texas or Tennessee. Then with people like this and his wife, who he wrote, he's on the academic board. And his wife, I think it's his wife, also is on the academic board. And he's a professor at Pennsylvania State University School of International Affairs and is a visiting scholar at Peking University School of International Studies. He is the co-author of Going to Tehran, Why the United States Must Come to Terms with the Islamic Republic. Yeah, I don't think so. And I'm assuming this is his wife because for her bio, both on the academic board of the Ron Paul Institute, it says that she too is a visiting scholar at Peking University, which is in Beijing, China. And she is the co-author of Going to Tehran, Why the United States Must Come to Terms with the Islamic Republic. And then here's another one who he wrote a book about the American Raj, R-A-J, America and the Muslim world. Yeah, so do you see a pattern here? And then they have this guy, Dr. Schuer, is a former CIA intelligence officer and chief of the Bin Laden unit. He is currently an adjunct professor at Georgetown University Center for Peace and Security Studies. So all of this stuff to me is swampy. It's all swampy. That's why the problem is so deep. Okay, and so you have these liberals, Whitney Webb, you have all these, there are a bunch of liberals that are on X that are claiming their independence, and I would call you out on your bullshit. Yeah, just bullshit. Okay, for somebody that's been always a conservative, okay, I don't claim that, I was once Democrat, I don't claim that I was once independent. No, I claim I'm conservative. Whatever you think of that is your problem. Okay, but that's what I've been. That's the honest to God truth, and we see what you guys do. We see what you do. And since the liberal parties has gone up in flames, a bunch of liberals have now claimed that they're independents, and they are doing everything they can to protect Massey, while claiming that they're the independents for Trump. Well, I would say no, it's just your party was burned down to the ground, wasn't it? So you had to infiltrate, infect the conservative party. And if you were true independents, that would be one thing. But see, Massey and I would even say Rand Paul, they're not really independents. That's just the term they use so that, because you can't then really call them rhinos, even though that what they do is they try to disrupt and stall anything that would be helpful to the people of America. They do. I mean, look at the very institute, the Ron Paul Institute. It's what it's about is very Marxist-like. And Trump had said this back in 2015. Truly weird, Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky reminds me of a spoiled brat without a properly functioning brain. He was terrible at the debate. Now, Rand Paul is a friend of Trump's. Trump has also, said good things about him. So Rand Paul is a friend of mine, but he is such a negative force when it comes to fixing health care. Graham Cassidy bill is great, ends Obamacare. And Obamacare was the worst thing, as somebody who's a nurse and has seen what healthcare was like before Obamacare and how much Obamacare destroyed, because that was the socialist goal. Obamacare destroyed it. And these independents are not independent.